another team returns with a suspect who wasn't part of the original case. Police say he panicked and threw this gun out the window while the officers were looking for someone else.
Get that my face, my.
The NYPD says this case, like others in recent years, shows that when they do sharply focused investigations and take the most violent offenders off the streets, the surrounding communities experience a drop in gun violence.
He told us that since our employees had become silent investors in this prison business, it was now in their interest to make sure that these prisons remain filled. Our job would be to help make this happen by making music which promote criminal behavior, rap being the music of choice. He assured us that this would be a great situation for us because rap music was becoming an increasingly profitable market for our companies, and as employees, we'd also be able to buy stocks in these prisons.
Welcome back to Mindset Devil. Drill music, aka kill music. It's one of the most controversial subgenres of hip-hop today. Known for its gritty lyrics, heavy beats, and a raw portrayal of street life in its worst form, because it is centered around everything wrong within certain communities around the world. Violence and the celebration of self-destruction and criminality. The concept of the music is centered around the artist taking the lives of other people, aka the opposition, who are usually in the same unfortunate situations as themselves, and glorifying the act along with savage means of retaliation. The songs are often centered around shameless boasts of deleting one another, in a war that could have in most cases been avoided through communication, or the allowing for justice to prevail. But where did it come from? And why does it carry such a notorious reputation? In this disturbing video, we are going to discuss exactly what it is, as well as the impact of what it is doing to the urban youths of the world, ever since its inception into the hip-hop culture. And by the end of this exploration, you will learn why drill music is the newest form of poison, intentionally being injected into the urban communities as yet another way to destroy hip-hop culture and wipe out its people once and for all. Let's have this discussion. Drill music originated on the south side of Chicago in the early 2010s, a city long plagued by gang violence and high murder rates due to poverty, street pharmaceuticals, and gang culture. The genre's name, drill, comes from Chicago street slang meaning to retaliate or get revenge.
31-year-old Tristan Hamilton was shot multiple times. According to the Sun-Times, he raps under the name FBG Cash. A 29-year-old woman with him was also shot, taken to the hospital in serious condition. It is believed Hamilton fired back at the shooter. Police don't have anyone in custody, at least not yet. 2 years ago, another rapper close to Hamilton, known as FBG Duck, was also shot and killed.
It's a fitting name because drill music often serves as a soundtrack to the violence in the streets that many of its artists grew up around. Chief Keef is one of the most recognizable faces of drill music. He exploded onto the rap music scene at just the tender age of 16 and gained national attention for his picturesque storytelling ability, with tracks like I Don't Like and Love So-So, which were viral sensations almost immediately. But it wasn't just his music that captured people's attention. It was the way he lived his lyrics. Keef's music didn't just describe the violence in his neighborhood, it was a direct reflection of it. The gritty realism and unapologetic style of Keef and other early drill artists like Lil Durk, King Louie, Lil Jojo, and G Herbo. All of these talented young men all had a hand in the early stages of drill music and helped it become a sensation, not just in Chicago, but eventually around the world. As drill spread like a virus, in my opinion, it found new homes in cities like London and New York, where local artists adapted it to their own environments. But London and other parts of the UK were already pioneering their own subcategory of rap music called grime. And grime music already had similar elements that seemed to be the early blueprint of what drill music became, due to its overloaded dark bass sound and hypnotic rhythms that maintained a pace that refused to allow anyone in a room to remain seated when the music's on.
When a man talk, not one of them speak, they weak. When a man grind and eat, they're not grind, they hide and free. Man no crime, man ride and street. If I pull up outside, man hide and street. Can nigga buzz high, slugs fly like bees. Fill a nigga upright, the fries was cheap. They used to think that I'm weird, now they think that I'm harder. Plus my friend got a beard, and he's looking at summer. Somebody get a chair. I can't stand in farmers. What you doing round there? Them man are just barbers. Can't give me that I make her say She don't give me the banana. Now tell your friends about banana. Them man hate much. Don't hate on my brother. Saw them, they won't say much. What you saying, they didn't say nada.
That deep, see me in the street. There 8 bulls cause I broke down the key. Height with me, 8 man stuffed in a Jeep. I'm coming down this eve, touch my weed. Acting like you don't know, nigga this S for P. Cutting through heat, that nigga owes me peas. Chased him till he got weak.
Also, the lyrics were centered around revenge against their adversaries in very lyrically detailed diss tracks, with most of its artists embodying a very diverse urban culture coming out of the UK.
My life, bitch I'm lying. Make a couple mil every day last time. Came from the bottom, now my niggas all shine. We gon' hide the body when nobody gon' find it. Sign Illuminati for a Gotti in the alley. When them coke boys run up, what he gon' have?
This shit ain't fucking, she got to go. Tell her don't waste my time. Police wanna stop me, search my clothes. Tell them don't waste my time. If it ain't money, I ain't involved. Tell them don't waste my time. Waste man waffling down my phone. Tell them don't waste my time. No. Tell them don't waste my time. 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 No. Tell them don't waste my time. 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 No.
Ironically, most grime artists also seem to be representing their gang affiliations also. And the UK rap/grime scene ultimately produced such artists as a young man that goes by the name of Wiley. Wiley is often referred to as the godfather of grime. Wiley was instrumental in the development of the genre and had a significant influence on its development and popularity during the 2010s. Skepta is a key figure in the grime scene. Skepta gained international recognition in the 2010s, especially with his 2016 album, Kona Chiwa. And then there's Dizzy Rascal. Although he started in the early 2000s, Dizzy Rascal continued to be a major influence in grime throughout the 2010s.
Dizzy Rascal!
He did that.
5 fingers of death! You got any more left?
I can fuck around and might have a little something.
That's how we feeling this morning.
Can we do some UK stuff, man? Enough of this American stuff. A little bit.
Yeah,
can we do that?
UK beat, Chapman? You want
You ready?
Oh,
you can catch it. I don't know this one.
Like I Love You little remix.
This is Justin Timberlake, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's go.
Drums.
Hey.
Hitting with the G Condo in the G. If a cool tank, if a cool pedigree. Buster Doggy and a girl Emily. Hey, yo, they don't wanna track up your weed. G Condo in the G. If a cool tank, if a cool pedigree. Izzy rock school from OE3. Inside out, Izzy flow, boy a while out. 6 foot deep, never climb out. Knock a boy inside, knock a boy out. Front, back, outside in. Barefoot kids sipping on ginseng. Doggy styling in the dark park in the dark evenings. Weights in the gym, glass full of Alizé, right to the brim. Roll deep, so deep they can't swim. Living if a t-shirt, living if a kick. Fuck off.
Kano, another pioneer of the genre. Kano maintained a strong presence in the grime scene during the 2010s, particularly with his 2016 album Made in the Manor. JME, Skepta's brother and a member of Boy Better Know, BBK, JME was a prominent figure in the grime scene during the 2010s, known for his clever lyrics and distinct style. In the UK, artists like 67, Harlem Spartans, and Heady One put their own spin on the drill music genre, creating UK drill, which carries the same dark, menacing beats, but with a different cultural backdrop. Then, New York got in on the action with artists like Pop Smoke, 5EO4 and Chef G leading the charge. Pop Smoke, in particular, became a star, known for his deep voice and ability to blend the sounds of UK and Chicago drill into something uniquely New York. But here's where things take a dark turn. Drill music isn't just music. For many artists, it's an extension of their lives, their struggles, and their battles in the streets. The lyrics often contain explicit references to real-life events, including gang affiliations, shootings, and even the deaths of rivals. These diss tracks can ignite deadly feuds, leading to real-world violence. In Chicago, for instance, the feud between the Black Disciples and Gangster Disciples has been exacerbated by drill music, with rappers on both sides using their songs to mock fallen enemies and taunt their rivals. The deadly connection between drill music and violence isn't just a Chicago problem. In the UK, authorities have linked drill music to a rise in knife crime, and several videos have been taken down from YouTube for inciting violence. In New York, the tragic death of Pop Smoke in 2020, who was shot during a home invasion, highlighted the dangers associated with the genre. The list of drill rappers who have lost their lives is long and sobering. FBG Duck, who was a known figure and up-and-coming rap artist out of Chicago, the home of American drill music. Duck was assassinated in a ritzy fashion district for upscale clientele, known as the Gold Coast, while out shopping. The event was caught on camera as bystanders witnessed a man rubbed out by a hit squad that pumped over 20 bullets into his body and then left him to slowly bleed out in the middle of the street. Also, the senseless deletion of another up-and-coming drill rap artist ironically attached to FBG Duck from opposing sides of the ongoing dispute in Chicago known as King Von. Shortly after the gangland rub-out of Duck, King Von himself was gunned down in Atlanta in 2020 over another beef in the rap space with a rapper named Quando Rondo, who he had many arguments with, in which the two both made numerous threats towards each other on live. London's Biss was stabbed to death in 2019, and even Chief Heath himself has narrowly escaped multiple attempts on his life. The senseless acts of constant violence in Chicago that have gone from street politics and spilled into the music politics, leaving so many lives decimated that it would literally be impossible to list them all in just one video. And it's not just death that looms over drill artists. Many have found themselves behind bars. Rondo number 9, another Chicago drill artist, is serving 39 years for murder also. New York's Chef G, one of the pioneers of Brooklyn drill, was sentenced to prison on gun charges. The genre is plagued by a cycle of violence that's hard to escape. Critics argue that drill music glorifies violence and perpetuates a destructive cycle that lures young people into a dangerous lifestyle. Some even say it's like pouring fuel on a fire, with rappers and gangs using music to provoke each other in an escalating war of words that too often turns deadly. Law enforcement and politicians have taken notice. In 2022, New York City Mayor Eric Adams expressed concern over the influence of drill music, suggesting that the genre should be banned from social media because of its role in promoting violence.
Mayor Adams met with a group of drill rap artists last night. He's criticized the music genre for contributing to the rising violence in the city.
But as CBS 2's Andrea Klein-Thomas explains, the mayor and the rappers were able to come to an agreement.
There's been a lot of talk about drill rap, drill music in New York City, connecting violence with the culture.
Late Tuesday evening, drill rappers met with Mayor Eric Adams, who's been critical of their music, saying it's causing a spike in violence. But Brooklyn rapper Bleezy says the meeting was productive.
And we got a chance to speak to him as brothers, as we should, and we got a perfect understanding of what's going on.
Drill rap came under renewed scrutiny after 18-year-old artist Jaquan McKinley's murder earlier this month, leading Mayor Adams to call for the music's removal from social media.
Violent people who are using drill rapping to post who they killed and then antagonize the people who they are going to kill is what the problem is.
Which, in my opinion, seemed like a good idea, due to the effects it is having on the young people and how the issues of gang culture and the violence associated with it has communities feeling under siege. Mayor Adams was making drill music public enemy number one and vowed to be the one to stop it, until suddenly local rappers that were profiting off of the genre decided to finally use their influence and request having a meeting with Mayor Adams. And unfortunately, that made him put the brakes on the program. The irony of the rappers that had the meeting with Adams is, while New York City is battling it out against skyrocketing crime and a new gang culture that has been the direct cause to a high percentage of it, those same rappers have been playing Helen Keller the whole time until the mayor wanted to take direct action against drill music for some reason. He's not the first to call for a crackdown on drill, and he likely won't be the last.
Some of the more than 30 suspects were already behind bars in state prison and on Rikers Island for other crimes. They were brought into the 111th precinct to be charged in this major gang conspiracy case. So serious were the safety concerns about the explosive rivalry between the crews known as Money World and their opposition or ops, the local trap stars, that police booked them at separate precincts to keep their family members and associates separated when they showed up.
It's pretty much shoot on sight when they see the opposition, and a lot of times innocent people are caught in the middle of it.
Over the last 5 or 6 years, these two gangs terrorized their entire community.
Before sunrise, more than 150 NYPD detectives and supervisors assembled for the takedown of the alleged gang members. Most are between the ages of 18 to 22 and have been arrested before.
This started in the Baisley houses when Amir Griffin got shot and killed.
In October 2019, 14-year-old Amir Griffin, a Cardozo High School student athlete, was the unintended target of a shooting. He was killed on the basketball courts near his home.
John, anything you want to say?
18-year-old Sean Brown was arrested for the murder and is part of this case.
That could be me. It could be my cousins, my nephews. I mean, it's just sad that that had to happen, but today we have justice for the family.
As detectives investigated, they found a connection to other shootings that were happening in South Jamaica. Some were in broad daylight, one even outside a high school. Police say an escalating rivalry between the Money World and local trap star gangs was responsible.
Once a shooting occurs and there's retaliation for that shooting, it goes back and forth. And it seems like they're never satisfied with the amount of violence they've committed, and they're always trying to get one up on their opposition.
Drill artists are often just narrating their reality, telling the stories of their lives and their communities. The violence, poverty, and systemic neglect they face are real, and drill music is one of the few outlets they have to express their truth. So, where do we go from here? Drill music is a popular subgenre of hip-hop now, and it seems just like anything that the masses attempts to destroy only makes it stay relevant because at the end of the day, human beings hate being told what to do. If you tell them that unprotected lovemaking will eventually produce unwanted results that will change their lives forever, many will listen, and many will just do it even more. If you tell them smoking cigarettes have been scientifically proven to cause heart disease or cancer, they will light up one every chance they get, and to their own detriment. So with drill music, the challenge comes down to figuring out how to address the violence that surrounds it, without silencing the voices of those who are just trying to express what's on their minds and talk about what they know. But all too often, many of its artists end up getting deleted in their own hometowns due to ongoing street beefs. And when they're not on the receiving end of a 75-cent bullet, their choice to want to live out their music often leads them to prison before they even drop a full-length album. Meanwhile, old-school rappers like Nas, Redman, and even Ludacris sell about the same amount of records as the most promoted drill artist without any real promo on mainstream musical platforms. But yet, you don't see mainstream platforms with a lot of influence like The Breakfast Club, No Jumper, or Vlad TV having those old school artists on to talk about their latest project like they do when they interview drill artists that go on their platforms to talk about their latest diss song. The media and some of these trusted hip-hop platforms with their talking heads make viewers think that some of these raunchy 304 female rappers are in demand to perpetuate that stereotype of women in our culture. And they do the same thing with drill rappers that claim gang affiliations and love saying the N-word every other word out their mouths. They use use those artists to represent and generalize a race of people as a whole, while at the same time, make the newest generation think they need to be just like them to help the cycle continue. They won't interview or promote the best examples of the people that are moving positive and gaining success through their work ethics and family values. This is why so many people that don't participate in criminality and buffoonery are often offended by what seems to be obviously an agenda. You just don't see or hear from these types of people because they're too busy making sure their children supersede them in life. And let's not forget when Crazy Bone warned us about the private prison agenda and how shadow investors got together in private to discuss their plans of using rap music to help build their businesses off of black lives. Now, take a look at the climate of music today and how the mindsets of the artists they push operates. This is no coincidence. This is all a well-thought-out plan. Don't let the beaten be your teacher as you find yourself in a shower with 10 to 20 naked dudes and you're having to wear a bar of soap like a medallion around your neck to help preserve yourself from the booty bandits. But that's my take on the matter. What say you about this rabbit hole of a subject? Hit up that comment section below and let your voice be heard. Your engagement just might inspire the next Mindset Devil video. If you enjoyed this topic, smash that like button and hit subscribe. And remember, respect isn't given, it's taken. Stay dangerous.